Hello, Mr. Shad. So I know you had some interest in reducing the size of this engine box with your modern power. Interestingly, the only thing that we actually took the soundproofing out of here. It was all moldy and coming apart, and it was basically it's the same thing that a drop ceiling is made out of. Matter of fact, what we do to simulate it or to replace it is we get drop ceilings and we put them in back panels and we put them in backwards, and so and that's the same material. So, and obviously it's a good soundproofer because that's what they make drop ceilings out of. Okay, so the result is when we took that out, we can just barely fit this in widthwise. All right, so I'm talking about from here to here widthwise. I can't put any soundproofing back in and it still fit. I can put some soundproofing in, but there's areas like up near the front where it won't fit. We can shorten it, but only by about 6 inches. We can shorten it from this end to this end over here, but we can only get 6 inches. That seems like a lot of effort. Well, maybe not. It seems like a lot of effort to only be able to shorten it 6 inches. So, as far as height goes, it's the perfect height. Matter of fact, when we put the lid on this, we might want to raise the lid up just a little bit above this, or we're going to have to put something underneath on the floor so that this sits a little higher, because that engine is going to basically use up all the space in this. So if we shorten it, then I would go ahead and spend the time to change the front and rear panels, and you're going to have to make it wider in order to get soundproofing in here. So we need to make it like 2 inches wider, and we make it 6 inches shorter. Or we can just leave it alone. This is going to be a much quieter engine than your old Chrysler Straight 8 was. So that's the other thought is really, my recommendation is leave this guy alone. It has red linoleum on the outside. We might want to not do the red linoleum. But as a matter of fact, if you say don't use red linoleum, I'll be a very happy camper, because I couldn't find red linoleum when I was looking for it. So the other question I've got for you, so let's discuss that. And I just wanted to tell you what we need to be discussing about it. And then inside, this had ceiling panels. And if this thing hadn't sat in a barn for, it was 59 years, I believe, then it would have created a rot problem back here on the back side of all these planks. So we're thinking of doing the ceiling boards, and I'll show you an example of ceiling boards. And we were talking about, making them out of plywood and painting them red, and have it so you have red sides again. Now this is varnished ceiling boards. And the other thing that we can do is we could do varnished ceiling boards, or we could still do the red ones, but if I do the red ones, I'm going to make them out of plywood and paint them and fill the edges and so forth, round the edges over, and we'll paint them. But if you think that you might want them varnished, I have to select a different material to make them out of. I would make them out of the same material these ceiling boards that I just showed you over here are made out of. So I just need a read on that. Do you want them painted red or some other color, or do you want them to be varnished? And I'll have to use a little better material. Not a lot of difference in cost, some difference in cost, I'm sure, but and that's what we both of the things that we started on. And this is just our gauge to determine our distance that we have and be able to compare it to the engine hatch. But anyway, those are the two questions I've got right now for you, is what you'd like to do about that. All right, sir. Talk to you later.